before we did final thoughts, I wanted to give you the floor to talk about your team that the Celtics are going to be playing tomorrow. I mean, what's going on in Tampa, formerly known as Toronto?
I watched them against New Orleans last night. It looked like a game they could win. I believe they're either 2-3 or 1-4 so far. You mentioned the Siakam situation. He is struggling mightily to start this year, and it breaks my heart. I mean, I was thinking of those teams in 2019 and 2020 last year. They were so competitive. They always figured it out. They stayed in every game. That's just not there with them tonight. And I got to say this, too. If Celtics fans were the GM of the Boston Celtics and the amount of hype that Aaron Baines had as the target this offseason, it would have been bad. It would have been ugly to start this year because he's getting all the minutes at center in Toronto, and it's not going well. I mean,
not an ideal situation.
So they don't have a ton of depth. Siakam's not playing well. What are you going to turn to there? They're thin. And that actually looks like one of the easier matchups that the Celtics have had to face this season. Detroit's more fully loaded and rolling than Toronto's been so far to start this year. And, man, the league really screwed them, send them to Tampa. Nick, you with us?
Feeling that they're going to go into this one with some, little extra oomph into it because of what happened between the Celtics and the Raptors? They're not going to forget, right, Bobby? And Van Fleet's been balling out. He's making that money. He's making that contract look worth every dime, at least up until now.
The problem there's Siakam.
OG could go off.
Siakam is broken.
What did Siakam do against the Celtics in that playoff series? Not a whole lot, and they're nearly
nothing.
Celtics. So
that series might have broke him.
This is a tough matchup for the Celtics. Jimmy, where do you fall on this?
It's a tough matchup for sure because of what we know about the Raptors. But the way they're playing right now, they're struggling. Siakam is not himself. I'll be honest. I don't even know who Siakam really is. Is he the G Leaguer? Is he the NBA player? Did the Celtics break him? Did the Celtics break Nick Nurse? My guy, Nick Nurse, who's thinking about a call as we speak. I've never seen a guy complain more about balls in my life than Nick Nurse. So I'm sure I'm going to be reminded very quickly tomorrow how damn annoying Nick Nurse is on the sideline, especially without fans. I'll be able to hear him complaining from start to finish. But I think the Celtics go out there tomorrow, coming off a nice win today, despite what Nick Gelso wants to say about it. A little bit of momentum, and I'm expecting them to win the game tomorrow. Whether or not they do, who the hell knows? But I like what I'm seeing out of their top players. And again, like I said in the Celtics Raptors series, I'll take the Celtics talent over the Raptors talent, despite the fact that they're down a couple guys since that series.
I love that line. That should be the line for a lot of these Celtics games. Maybe they win. Who the hell knows?
I think Windhorst said a desperate team's going to step up and make that Harden trade, and it's hard to look at anyone that's going to be more desperate than Toronto with Masai Ujiri in the last year of his contract. That team aging a little bit. Do the Rockets want to do a little Kyle Lowry reunion? That's on the table there. So that is the team I'm looking at still and saying if any team's going to jump the gun and make an aggressive offer for James Harden, and then all of a sudden they're back in the East race. So I wouldn't count them out too soon. They're well coached, all that stuff. But, man, Siakam, at one point he would have been a premium trade piece, and his value has just dipped to absolutely nothing. And it kills me. Like I said, I love that team. I love their energy. I love the fan base. They've become fans of ours as well, mostly me.
We might get a big crowd tomorrow.